Monday, August 29th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Back in the saddle this morning after a week off last week, and of course, a lot happened last week. The huge weather story was Irene, made landfall in the North Carolina coast, and then continued to cause huge problems all the way up through the northeastern part of the country, still causing some issues in eastern Canada today. But the good news is that the rain from Irene is long gone as far as the U.S. is concerned, and like I mentioned, it's way up in Canada. And it's going to take a long time to clean up all the mess left behind from Irene. Just a pretty significant hurricane that caused a lot of negative effects all the way from the Carolinas up through the northeastern United States. Now, as far as today's actual weather is concerned, it's very quiet this morning. It's actually a delightful start to the day. We've had a number of Piedmont spots dipping down into the upper 50s. We've had some mountain spots into the 40s this morning. How about that? Taste of some fall-like air out there, and you can't really see it on the radar, but there's an upper-level disturbance that's moving our way, and that'll probably give us at least some isolated showers and storms this afternoon. A lot of flood products all the way from eastern North Carolina up through the northeast in association with the lingering flood-related issues from Irene. Otherwise, not a ton happening in terms of active weather in the eastern parts of the country right now, but there will probably be a few severe thunderstorm warnings in our region this afternoon. Some pretty steep lapse rates and enough upper level energy there to kick off a few severe storms, maybe some wind damage and a little hail with some of the storms later today. Again, it's a delightful feeling start to the day temperature-wise out there. Here's our upper air chart this afternoon, your little upper level disturbance rippling in, giving us that chance of a few thunderstorms this afternoon. Later on this week, we're going to see an upper-level low carve itself out. Now, the exact position that it develops is not in agreement among the modeling, but I think overall we're looking at probably a cloudy, maybe showery type of day Friday, and then it looks like a pretty sharp cold front moves in by Sunday or Monday. This is the actual upper air chart for early Tuesday, and it looks like a pretty nice cool down by the middle part of next week. And a lot to talk about in the tropics. Our new tropical depression is over in the eastern Atlantic. I'll talk about that in greater detail in just a moment. Today, a few thunderstorms developing this afternoon, highs well on up into the 80s across the region, even a few sandhill spots making a run toward the low 90s. Tomorrow looks like a lot of sunshine, highs in the 80s. As we get into Thursday, Wednesday rather, some mountain storms becoming possible again. Thursday, I'm going to hang on to a dry forecast, although I can't rule out a couple of storms making their way from the mountains down into the Piedmont Thursday afternoon. The better chances for precipitation will come Friday with that upper-level low that's developing. And again, depending on how it develops, it might wind up being a mostly cloudy, showery type of day in some spots Friday. At the moment, Saturday looking mainly dry once you're outside of the mountains, but with that next cold front moving in, Sunday and Monday will feature the chance of some showers and thunderstorms, and then cooler air by around Tuesday of next week. All right, in the tropics, we have Jose, that is a decaying tropical storm. It is about done. That'll continue to fall apart as it lifts north there into the open waters of the Atlantic. Not a huge problem there. Otherwise, we've had our new tropical depression form, Tropical Depression 12, out there in the eastern Atlantic. There's the spaghetti charts on it. Now, I will say right off of the bat, a lot of the modeling has this little northward jog. That is probably not going to happen. So I think you can throw some of the early model tracks out. But the general idea is a west-northwest track over the next several days. And some of the specifics here, this is the Hurricane Center forecast. They bring this I guess you could say, still a good bit east of the Lesser Antilles by early Saturday morning as a significant hurricane. Looks like some significant strengthening could occur with this one. And this is some of the select model data. This is the Canadian model out at 144 hours, a little bit northeast of the islands. It's an intense hurricane. GFDL, pretty decent hurricane here, and it's, I think, too far north with this. It's one of those models that takes that northerly jog initially. I don't really like its track solution overall. The GFS, an intense hurricane, northeast by a good bit of the Lesser Antilles at 168 hours. The no gaps further south overall, and this is out at 144 hours. And I want to show you the later panels of the 0Z GFS. Looks like that should have been left with the earlier part of the discussion. That's the thunderstorm chance continuing for Monday with that cold front. But then as far as the tropics are concerned, it brings that system into the Canadian Maritimes. It's a pretty intense system right around Friday, the 9th of September. So we'll see. If that system gains enough latitude, this could be a recurving system, but it's way too soon to say that with any confidence at all. I don't have a good feel whether or not this will make a run at the U.S. as of yet, but plenty of time to watch it. It's all the way on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. All right, that is it for today. Thank you for watching. Have a great day on this Monday, and God bless.